Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Call of Duty WWII. In today's video, we're going to be covering all of the new weapon variants that were just added to the Call of Duty WWII multiplayer. Because if you guys recall, a couple of weeks ago, I made a video letting you know that Sledgehammer Games was planning to add a bunch of new weapon variants and a bunch of new weapons to the WWII multiplayer. Well, today, the first part of their plan went into action. They added over 20 new weapon variants, and most of these looked like they were intended to be added to the game much sooner. But for some reason, they never saw the light of day until now. We have variants for the M1 Grand, the STG-44, the SVT-40, the M1A1, the FG-42, the Grease Gun, the WAF-28, the Springfield Sniper Rifle, the Enfield Sniper Rifle, both rocket launchers, the Toggle Action, the Sawed-Off, the Machine Pistol, and of course, the Shovel Melee Weapon. On your screen right now will be each and every one of the new variants, though unfortunately, as of right now, it's looking like all of these can only be obtained via supply drop. Back during Call of Duty WWII, we had the ability to earn certain weapon variants through the Quartermaster collections, but after looking through all of them, it doesn't look like any of these variants were retroactively added to Operation Overlord. Now, it is worth mentioning, however, that Operation Shamrock and Awe is set to return this year, and it likely will be part of Call of Duty WWII, yet for some strange reason, they never gave Shamrock and Awe its own spot in the collection tab. As you guys can see, all the Shamrock and Awe content was just thrown into the special category, so I suppose it's possible that some of these new variants will also be thrown into the special category when the new event goes live, but it's also possible that these variants could start appearing over at Major Howard as part of the weapon variant order system that they started doing last year. It's also important to remember that here in Call of Duty WWII, it's much easier to obtain supply drop content than it is in Black Ops 4, and that's because supply drops are randomly awarded to players after matches. You can get them for doing daily and weekly orders over at Major Howard, and over at the Quartermaster, you can earn up to 6 more supply drops per day by doing the daily contracts. It's also worth mentioning that the supply drops in this game are the old kind of supply drop, which gives you 3 items per drop as compared to the measly 1 that we have in Black Ops 4, but of course, supply drops are random, and there is a lot of filler content in Call of Duty WWII, therefore your chances of actually getting the content that you want are still going to be pretty slim. Still though, if you're looking to get back into the game, your best bet is to just start saving up your supply drops, saving up your armory credits, and of course doing your daily orders and doing your daily contracts, because as of right now, we do not have an official date for when Sledgehammer is going to be giving us the new weapons, but they have teased to us yet again that new guns across every single weapon category will be coming to the game later on in the spring. So new assault rifles, new SMGs, new LMGs, new snipers, new everything pretty much. So basically there are 2 things you can do. If you don't have a bunch of armory credits saved up, start working on that right now. You have plenty of time before the new guns are released, and if history is any indicator, when the new guns do come out, you'll be able to directly earn them via the weapon collections over at the Quartermaster and basically get access to them instantly. So you want as many armory credits as possible, but if you're like me and you have a bunch of them already saved up, like I have like 100,000, something like that, if you have a bunch of them already saved up, then continue to do your daily orders, continue to do your daily contracts, but maybe open up your supply drops as you get them and hopefully get access to the new variants, because we have so much time between now and the new guns, that's not going to hurt you whatsoever to open up the supply drops that you earn, right? I mean, all they said so far is the guns are coming at some point in the spring, which means they could come at any point from like 2 weeks from now all the way to like 2 or 3 months from now. We basically have from now until summertime for those guns to actually come out, so who knows when they're going to release. You might as well open up your supply drops as you get them if you're very excited about these new weapon variants. But one final thing before we wrap up the video here today, yes, your supply drop content is retroactive. If you have like 500 supply drops saved up from last year and you open them up after today's update, you can still get the new weapon variants out of your old supply drops. Basically, picture it this way: when you open up a supply drop, the content that's in there is determined when you open it, right? So if you wait for a new update to go live and then you open up your old supply drop, you can get the content from that new update. The loot inside your supply drop is determined when you open it, not when you earn it, right? So if you start saving up your supply drops now and then you open them up after the new guns guns are added, you can get the new guns from the supply drops themselves. That's how it's always worked, but for some reason, people are always confused about that, so I thought I should clarify here in this video. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys here today. Those are the new weapon variants that were added to Call of Duty World War II, and with Operation Shamrock right around the corner, chances are it's going to go live either next Tuesday or next Friday across multiple Call of Duty games. I have a feeling a lot more interesting content is going to be added to the Call of Duty series across Black Ops 4, maybe even Modern Warfare Remastered. We talked about that in my previous video, and of course here in Call of Duty World War II, and as always, I will keep you guys posted with more details as they become available. But until then, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop me a rating, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.